I'm in bed with the girls and I'm going to tell a new story that I haven't told before and that I actually don't know what I'm going to tell them. And it's not to be a scary story, isn't that right? It can't be a scary story.
So Mommy.
Okay, we won't tell the scary one. What kind of story would you like to hear, lads?
Something about school.
School, yeah. What would you, Eppie? What would you like in your story? Well, I'll tell you the time that my donkey came to school. Tell you that story?
I want you to tell those story and those are in Google.
The Smurfs?
Yeah, and those only one.
The Smurfs at school.
And those.
A Smurf at school. Did I tell you the story before?
Yeah.
A Smurf, did I?
Yeah.
And what happened in it?
Nothing.
He was blue and everyone didn't know him.
Alright.
And he always sit beside you.
He said, oh yeah, I remember that. And what happened? How did the story end?
I don't know.
God, I can't remember that.
Something at school.
He went to school, was Smurf. And, oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, when I was in 4th class, there was a new family moved into the area. They were called Murphys. But we always called them the Smurfies. And then they got known as the Smurfs then, right? And there was the young lad, he was in, he was about my age, he was in 4th class. There was a few girls as well, but he was in our class. He was a quiet chap. And I was around the middle of the year, and the teacher said, there's a new boy starting school today. And the door opened anyway, and this little small fella walked in, and he was blue, lads, right? And
His name is called Brittany and he had glasses and he was the smartest kid ever.
yeah, that's him. And he had a white hat on him and glasses, little white shorts. And we sort of thought, geez, this lad is weird because it's the middle of winter, dogs at the door. And so there was a free chair beside me, and he sat down beside me anyway. And I said hello, and he said hello. And everyone was looking at him. It's the first time we ever saw a blue man before in our lives. We'd never seen blue men before. We'd only seen a kind of whitey.
It was a rose.
Yeah, whitey pinky coloured lad. So he sat down beside me anyway. I said, how are you getting on? He said, grand. So everyone was kind of quiet and not really talking over the first bit because we're in school. And we just noticed that he wouldn't really say that much, but he knew he was taking things in, right? And I remember once, didn't take long, we were doing geography and I couldn't figure out the capital of Hungary. I didn't know what it was. And he whispered to me, Budapest. And I said, thanks, and I wrote it down. Teacher came around and goes, capital of Hungary, Budapest. Well done, that was very good. That was a hard one. And I said to your man, thanks a million. He said, no bother at all. So over the course of the day, I figured out your man was a smart faker enough, I could see him doing his work on school. He was absolutely really, really good. And he came to break time anyway, and everyone gathered outside him. And they were just standing around looking at him. All little baby infants, senior infants, even the teachers, because it was the first time we'd ever saw a blue man before. And we didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to make him. And when he spoke, he had a different accent as well. Do you know the Smurfs talk?
Mm-hmm.
He sounded like one of the Smurfs. But he went home anyway, and I told Mammy.
Because he wasn't, look.
Yeah, he was. Now, the Smurfs were living down by Jimmy Crow's there, down near Finglish, down near on the road to Cohore. That's where they were living. And we all went down to look at them, lads. And the greatest little house, little round house, living with a thatched roof on it. And the 3 girls weren't going to school. And the mother and father Smurf, Papa Smurf. Remember him?
He's the daddy of everything.
Yeah, they were all living down there. But you know one thing the Smurfs hated, lads? Were cats. They hated the sight of a cat. Because I think where they were living there was a fellow called Gargamel, wasn't there? Gargamel. And he had a cat, and the cat used to chase him. So that was one thing, I remember he called up to our house before, and Nanny was there. Sure, Nanny loved him. Nanny loved anyone. And sure, he loved cereal. She used to give him the cereal. Then he'd say he'd be hungry, and Nanny would go, geez, you're getting no food at home. And he goes, no, we don't really eat that well at all. And Nanny cooked the spuds, and he'd have the spuds. He loved spuds of butter and salt. Yeah, he could get anything he wanted in Nanny's, but he was eating everything. And he was all... Yeah. But he was sitting down anyway and he was eating the spuds. And next minute in Coco come in. No, big Coco.
Yeah.
And Coco stood up on the table and looked over at him. And your man saw the cat and he got down. He put his hand over his head and he goes, oh, don't eat me, please don't eat me. He said, it's Coco. And he said, yeah, don't eat me. I said, it's only Coco the cat. I said, oh, you afraid of cats? Yeah, I'm afraid. I hate cats.
Who is that? Gargamel or?
No, that's the Gargamel's cat. Right. But it's funny, I did see him do one thing though. When he wasn't when we weren't looking, I saw him going up and he gave Coco a kick in the arse. And Coco went meow like that and went out the window. But the Smurfs anyway, they eventually settled in. Now there were different different people, but they were real good. He was real good at playing hurling. And Brittany Smurf was. But most of all, he was really good at doing his homework. I don't know where the story is going. And Papa Smurf then, he got a job doing the buildings, and he used to build these unusual houses. They were called eco houses, and they were made of straw bales and clay walls and thatch roofs and shingle roofs, and they were very eco-friendly. And a lot of people in Ballygarrett went from living in a square house back to living in a round house. People had a lot of round things, which made it awkward for them to put presses up and shelves up, but that was still okay. And when you go into their house, their house was lovely. It was like stepping into the grain silo. That's what it was like. It was round. And when you stepped inside, it was lovely. It was real cosy and warm. And the mother was real nice, Mrs. Smurf. And she... Yeah, that was his mother, Nellie.
Oh, there is, sorry.
Yeah. And when Eppie was a little girl, she probably can't remember it, I was up in Ballygarrett with Nanny, and we went up to the village, and Mrs. Smurf was up there, and she said to Nanny, oh, is that your grandchild? And Nan, she says, and Mammy goes, oh God, it is, it's my little Eppie. And she reached over and she took Eppie's hand. There's a photograph of Eppie beside Mrs. Smurf. And she said, oh, she's a lovely babby. And I said, yeah, she's a lovely little babby. What's her name? We said, Eppie. Oh, Eppie. Eppie's a nice name. And I said, no, Eppie. Oh, Eppie, she says. I'll call her Eppie. And she gave Eppie money that day for her to buy ice cream, and we bought Eppie some sweets. And we all went home.
What about me?
Yeah, you weren't there. She didn't get any sweets. Eppie got all the sweets. But when you were a little baby, we met Papa Smurf, and he said, who's that little baby boy? He says, which that's not a boy, that's Nellie. He said, oh, little Nellie, he said. He had a funny accent. And Nellie, little baby. He said, yeah, and he gave you money to buy I think he bought Nellie a little bottle of Coke, I think it was. He bought you
€85.
85 euros he gave Nellie.
Yay. And if you only got two.
Yeah, but the Smurfs were nice. They were they were real nice. I go to bed. I'm tired. I'll tell that story better tomorrow night.